Oksana? Oksana?
Hello.
Good morning, Oksana.
Good morning.
How are you?
Really good. Rather. Thank you. You?
How was your week? Thanks.
Oh, um, hard, difficult as usual. A lot of work to do at school because we had like methodological week where we had to work in how do you call it? Катедре. Катедра.
Departments.
Department here, and we had some demo lessons and then seminar and
A lot of work
yeah,
as usual.
so good.
Teachers are always busy.
Teachers, yes, a lot of work to do for teachers,
Yeah.
but we enjoy doing it. And a lot of interesting things regarding our home tasks. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to experiment all of them. I just opened search for information. What are they good for? I looked through the tutorials and the resources they give. I can say that every tool that you give us are very useful, and I like them a lot. And every week I enjoy more and more every task and every tool. And, I'm happy that I'm within this program, within this project.
Good, Oksana. This was the goal of the project, to let you find out more and more online tools that will help you teaching better and easier and faster, maybe, because we live in a technology era and it's difficult for us to find time for everything. But these online tools will help you to do it in another way. And maybe if you have little time now, you will find time later and you will explore again and again these tools.
For sure, because I told you I like them very much. I was also thinking about who is inventing, who is doing so much work to do it so useful and so easy to apply to. So I like them. Thank you.
Yes.
For everything you're doing.
I had the idea to make up a dictionary with these online tools for you, and I will gather all them in a small dictionary, an online dictionary actually, for you to easier to get the link and to access all the site that you want. But this will be in the end of the project because you are going to explore video tools and many others, because you have two more of my colleagues that will work with you, and they will suggest you more interesting tools, again, for your students and for you as teachers.
When I explore them, I feel like a student because I really enjoy playing all these games, experimenting with all of them. So it's for sure very interesting for the students too.
Natalia had the same idea. She wrote about playing in Quizlet probably, and she wrote me that there were 10 or 15 minutes that I was playing and enjoying these games. Quite interesting, even for us. But we are teachers, but we have still to learn more and more every time. We're not perfect yet.
For sure, we are going to learn through all these tools. First we learn and then we teach how to use them.
That's right. That's right.
the more I learn. Every week I am still thinking, are there something more to learn? Because every week I think, no, it seems to me that at the end there is no other
No end.
things we can learn. But then I see a lot of other interesting.
No, it's not the end yet.
Yes, when I
It's
think
the
that there are some more weeks, so I suppose you have other surprises for us.
Do you think the others would join our session?
I don't know. I haven't spoke to anybody. I didn't even
Actually, I'm waiting for.
if there is
I'm waiting for Emma. Okay, someone would like to join. Emma is very active. Natalia usually comes. Nicoleta, I don't know where are they. Nobody told me anything about their Saturday. Maybe today. Who knows? But let me begin because I made up a presentation about everything that all of you during the week. And if you see my screen,
not yet.
or not yet. Oh, this one.
Yes.
Now?
Yes, I have it.
This is my presentation.
Yes, I have.
So today we have our live session number 6. And this week was connected to web tools to experiment with words, images, and links. So all you had to do was to use the words in your word clouds, to find pictures, to connect them to words or other links, and so on and so forth. Learning vocabulary is a cumulative process, and that it must be deliberately taught, learned, and recited. Vocabulary teaching. And the second one, learners forget words within the first 24 hours, and I'm not sure if you knew it, that they forget the first 24 hours after class, so it is important to follow up a vocabulary lesson with homework that recycles the words. We actually give them homework, but not especially on vocabulary, most on grammar or reading, or after reading exercises. And the homework with vocabulary is less suggested for them. But in order to have a good result, it's the best variant to give them vocabulary homework. I think you'd like the motto that I found interesting and presented in an interesting way. Kind words are short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. What do you say? What do you think about it?
When we pronounce a word, when we learn a word, we use it within a context. At the first, maybe we do not realize the real meaning or the other content where we can use it, and then the echoes like the meanings, the meanings of the word that we can find within a dictionary, or so we are not aware of how many things we can learn from a word.
That's right. And maybe from the other side, kind words are the words that we have to think before we say something. And if we use kind words, their echoes or their print on the other's soul or on the other's activity, on the other's life, is truly endless. And we as teachers should be very careful while speaking and using words at the lesson. Of course, we teach vocabulary that is from this category of the words of kind words that the students may use, and they have actually to use them. Productive knowledge implies that the learners must be able to properly pronounce the word, to write the word and spell it correctly, produce the word to express its proper meaning, and correctly use the word in an original sentence. These are actually the steps of learning new words. So probably the first one, and you use it, pronunciation. How do your students pronounce the words in the class? Do they pronounce individually?
If it is an unknown word, I pronounce it first, then I ask them to repeat, or we can practice it as a chore or individually. It depends if it's but usually I practice to repeat with all of them in a chore. To be sure that everyone repeats. And if I have some students with whom I know having problems with English pronunciation, I ask them to repeat.
That's right. That's right. But the new is that I use in my classes. I bring my laptop and I make them hear the pronunciation done by some of, I don't know, in online dictionaries, and they listen. It's not just me that pronounce the word. I give them the possibility to listen to it from the online dictionaries. And then they learn how to write the word and to spell it correctly. Then they produce the word to express its proper meaning, and of course the using of it in original sentence. Good. This is a picture that shows the traditional way of learning, and it's not so far when we were using blackboards and charts, and we're doing a lot of flashcards and different activities for them. Illustration, real objects, window matching, filling the blanks, songs, mind maps, brainstorming, and different games. You also use them while teaching vocabulary. And these week you explored new ways of teaching the vocabulary through online tools as Lingro, Wordle, Padlet, ThinkLink, Listy, Quizlet, Pinterest, the Words Cloud, and so on. So let's take them one by one and see the options that are useful, and maybe you found something interesting in these sites, and discuss a little bit. What about Quizlet? Did you manage to explore all the options?
Yes, I've explored. I played. I played all of them. I practiced. Let's say like
What is this option?
I like the race when we have to. So I started with the first one. When we just learn, we have the vocabulary, the pictures. Then we go with learning them. They're written. You have to spell them and pronounce them. And the quiz we have there when we have to get the word. I practice with the idioms. I like to play with idioms and the rate. So I think it's very useful and interesting. Entertaining, I can say.
Thank you, Oksana. As far as I see, Rodika is with us. Rodika? Rodika, can you hear me?
Yes,
Good
yes, I
morning.
hear. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Corinne, I just want to ask you to send once again the link to Yema. She again has some problems.
Okay.
Okay, she just wrote that she needs to be sent once again, maybe the link, and she will try once again in order to join us. What about Quizlet? It's a really good tool, and it's useful, especially if we'll try to speak about flipped classroom. And really, we do not have enough time when we have, let's say, 30 words or different expression, and we know that the English vocabulary is really rich, and we just have to analyze in different contexts. This is really appropriate for them, and first of all, they have a possibility to start the internet, to see the picture, to see the sentences, and so on and so forth.
Well, let me solve the problem, Yama. Okay, and Veronica is here. Veronica?
Hello. I had the same problems as Yema, but finally I could join you.
Finally.
And yes, I even wrote you a message on your email that I was listening just to you. There was a YouTube, but it was not a video, but I could listen to you. And then I could join.
Were you watching in YouTube?
Yes. The link was YouTube first of all. Then I explored, everything was on the screen, and I finally
You could join.
you.
Okay,
Yes.
so let's wait for Yama. Maybe she could join us. And let's go on.
I was listening to you just at the beginning. I was listening to what you were talking to. And I worked with Quizlet.
Let's
and
hope
it was
Yama. Just 1 second. You need to join the session for Yema, maybe.
Me? I wrote to Yema the way I joined the session. And let's see if she wrote me the. No, I don't have.
Let's hope Yema could join. I sent her the link. She will try. So let's go on with my presentation because we were talking with Oksana about reasons of teaching vocabulary, and the other ones, this one. And reasons, then what does a productive knowledge imply? Traditional methods, and these one that are already up to date and modern ones. Someone joined? Not yet. So let's go on about Quizlet and the option speller. What implies it mean? What is this option? Could you see it maybe? You practice the speller? Oksana? Oksana is not here. Veronica, what about you? Did you practice the speller option on Quizlet?
I don't remember. I think I didn't have enough time to practice with the speller.
Okay, let me tell you about it. The Speller is a kind of online contest, and you have 7 words that you have to write. You know.
I know, but I didn't practice. But I looked through them, to all of them.
Do you think that
I practiced more with flashcards because my son was with me, and he enjoyed, and he wanted to repeat all the words that were there, and that's why I spent more time on flashcards and words and pronouncing them.
It was the same with my daughter, and because of lack of time, I told her that it's enough for today, and you will do it on Sunday probably when I have little work. But she wanted also to play these with these flashcards. Finally, Emma, good morning.
Good morning, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. I was waiting for you, and I hope that you don't have other work to do today and you can join the session. But as usual, something happens and you have little problems, but it's okay. Can you unmute your microphone? We can hear you. Yeva, unmute your microphone.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning again, everybody.
Good morning.
Good, Yeva.
Good. Thank you for waiting for me. I said that I had tried all the buttons on my computer just to start video. Partially hearing some voices, partially seeing the presentation, just like wisps of something. But now I'm glad it finally worked. Thank you so much for helping me.
Thank you. Thank you for being so eager to join us. It's again Saturday and again a lot of work to do about the house, but still find time and discuss a little bit about online tools. So, shall I continue?
Yes.
So let's see the other, this one. Test, another option on Quizlet. It's easy, but I think it's useful for primary level because working with pictures is their level. But still, it may be useful for the other students. Next one, scatter. If someone had practiced the scatter, I did enjoy it because you have time when you have to accomplish the task and to match the word with the picture. What is this? Race. Who played race?
I did it. But it wasn't with pictures. It was with I told you it was with idioms. So and with acronyms. I had the full name of an organization or a company, and then I had to write here the acronyms for the first letters. Yes. Of words. I like it. It was interesting.
Yes, and it's interesting when you see that your score is higher and higher.
Yes, and you have to
you
do
want
it very quickly because the picture goes, and the word or the picture or the phrase goes, and you have to do it quickly. So it also you can also practice writing, fast typing. So it's nice. Good. Thank you.
All in one. Thank you, Oksana. Next one is Lingro, and I am sure you suggested this link to your students, because I did this week and they did enjoy it. They had to find information about the best people that the best speakers in the world, and of course they were searching for information in the internet, and they had to prepare to deliver a speech, and in order to do it they had to pronounce all the words, and they were difficult words for them, and they had to do it in the best way they could. And when after suggesting them this tool, I saw an improvement, really, reading and so on. The best thing is that we may our document or Word, any file we have, or we may and read on online. Let's explore because this was the second task that you had, the word clouds, and you had two online tools. This was Tuxedo and Wordle. And this is Oksana's blog. Oksana, what was the idea?
During the class, we discussed about the healthy lifestyle. That then they had the, if you have a look to my page classes, to the 10th forms home tasks, they gave them an article from the BBC News. It was about healthy lifestyle, then a video, short video. So the previous task was to read the article and write a short paragraph. Then coming back to school, so on Monday, I wanted them to revise, to remind them what was the article about. So I created this word cloud. I showed them on the screen, and to revise, to recollect the content of the article. In this way, I made it easier for them to remember things and to retell what was the text article about, and which were the main points in the article.
You have to use the words that are given in the word cloud.
Sorry?
While speaking about the article, retelling the article, they have to use the words given in the word cloud.
They have to retell the article.
So, and this word cloud helps them to remember the word article.
Yeah, so I use it as an after reading task.
I see. Thank you, Oksana. Next one is Elena. Elena suggested them to write a 70 words paragraph about Thanksgiving, and one reason to say thank you to people around you. And here's her word cloud. Nina, again, a good work, a good job. She created the word cloud in Wordle, and the tasks, as you see, are skim the Wordle, select the lesson stages, and arrange them in a consecutive order. So Irina's blog is more methodological one. As I understood, she is teaching teaching tips on this blog, but deserves one. Rodika. Rodika, are you here?
Yeah. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes. I like your word cloud. Probably you used it for the 7th form.
Yeah. Yes. First of all, I'd like to tell you that I used the word cloud and Tuxedo a lot this week. The first lesson, I just asked my student to put down, as Oksana mentioned, just a paragraph about their favorite job. And after that, I taught them how to use word cloud and Taxido, and some of them even have tried. On Friday, I had demonstrative lesson where I made already the second step, where my students, some of them at least, came with their word cloud. And after that, I had some another activities. First of all, I gave them Taxido from a short story, from a short text that it was related to a job. And after that, I just asked them to create a story where I could find the words that were in this that cloud, and they had tried and they made really good stories. And after that, I gave them the real story and asked them whose story was more appropriate or more, let's say, clear and the nearest, let's say, in the context to the original story. And it was very interesting for them. First of all, it was something different, okay, and they had the possibility to use their creativity while they tried to use the words from the word cloud. And especially I from the beginning announced them that the words that had bigger size, they are more important, and they should be the keywords in your story. And I think it will be useful, and I'll try it in different situations and the different topics to use this tool.
How can we use the colors?
Colors the same, depends. If you want to point out the part of speech, or if you want to point out, for example, with red adjectives, with green verbs, and so on and so forth, in a way to show them how to use these words, because we know about conversion. And in order to make them to understand better how they should use the words. Or even you can use colors if you want to point something. Okay, for example, even I thought, speaking about jobs, I can introduce, for example, red color, the words that are related to doctors, or yellow color, the words that are related, I don't know, for teachers, and so on and so forth. And after that, they just have to use these words to create a descriptive paragraph about these jobs, and that's it. It's up to teachers to decide in which way they want to apply this tool. And for example, if they want to integrate for grammar, for example, regular or irregular verbs, or degrees of comparison, yeah, it's up to what is the point of a teacher and why he or she wants to apply this tool during their lessons.
Ideas. Looking to your word cloud, I was thinking about 4 groups because there are 4 colors here. 4 groups. So group number 1, use the words written in green and make up a short story.
Yeah.
Number 2, choose the orange or orange group, for example. Choose the words written in orange, and so on and so forth. Good ideas. Thank you, Radika.
Okay.
They should be implemented in our lessons. Next is Natalia's blog, and she has. I wanted you to see the instruction. After studying the topic making choices during your English lesson, please write an essay on the topic dangers of smoking and drug abuse. Use the words from the word cloud and feel free to use the information from the PowerPoint presentation. So we have here PowerPoint presentation about smoking, probably, and then the word cloud. Next one, Yema. Yema, it's your turn.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. May I add a few words about the colors? The
Mm-hmm.
main thing that came into my mind right now when Radhika was talking. It's very interesting. I quite agree with the point that it depends on the teacher and on the topic you are delivering, and appropriately the word cloud that you are using. And if talking about the colors, it would be very interesting to point out that the size and the color are very important when you want to pay their attention on the keywords. Let's say, as Rodika said, the biggest ones, and let's say red color or like orange colors, or talking about the psychological point of view of the color. So you can incorporate some psychological nuances, like making like kind of warm-up activity or a chart. Who sees what? Let's say, if a part of the students see only green words or only blue words, it says something. Another part sees only red words or only black words. Is just the best indication of how do they feel this morning or how do they feel this class, what kind of mood they have, or maybe something else. So this is a very good hint for the teacher to know how to create the atmosphere, the context of the lesson, let's say, because it counts much. Um, and if you choose the words, it can be like kind of skeleton for the post reading activity, let's say, or post listening activity. When they see this word cloud, and they can construct this plan for the next home task. This is it might be very interesting for the students, I think. Whereas, so about my word cloud,
Mm-hmm.
it was rather easy topic. I chose Thanksgiving, and this is evident why, because we are approaching Thanksgiving, and to be true, it was really hard to stop on exactly one design of word cloud, because almost 90% of all the investigated, uh, let's say, is it an appropriate word, picture of a word cloud?
Yeah.
Picture
Yeah.
were amazing. The choice of colors, the structure of the word, the design of the cloud itself. What was important primarily for me, as I saw, is that horizontal style is much more um, appropriate for the vision.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to stress upon some certain, let's say, issues that are going to be discussed. Let's say if you try the word smoking, drug abuse, and if they are on vertical sides, so it's like not quite convenient to turn your head or to do something else with your body or with your eyes or with the picture. But when you see them, yeah, it maybe it sounds funny, but if we put ourselves on in the shoes of the students, so they see and what they see, they have
Mm-hmm.
to feel comfortable in order to make this process easier and maybe quicker, let's say. And the colors,
It
again.
is comprehension.
Excuse me.
Comprehension or a quicker comprehension if you give them in a
Yes,
horizontal.
exactly. The comprehension. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is more effective, I assume. And well, I assumed that this word cloud for Thanksgiving would be like pre-reading activity,
Mm-hmm.
because maybe some of them would see for the first time the word Plymouth. What is Plymouth? No idea. What is colony? No idea. What is the year? When
Mm-hmm.
was when it happened? Who were Indians? What is Turkey? So first they see these words, and after they receive the additional extra material, or maybe they have something from the previous years, because we study this topic every year. Or let's say, well, this is inevitable. The day comes, so you at least repeat what they studied last year.
Mm-hmm.
So they know already some words, and when they see the text, when they read, even if it is for the first time, so they are already subconsciously prepared for the new words, new vocabulary. Now they turn to the dictionary and can use the dictionary and apply the vocabulary vocabulary word that they find in the dictionary. And then goes the if you watch the test, that a little bit more difficult in comparison with the words that we can practice in class. Let's say the very Thanksgiving, find the etymology. Why is it thanks given, what is the history, what is the background. The test is a bit more difficult because there are more words that were not included in the word cloud. But this is it. This is a process. We cannot give only the easy things. So a little bit of challenge for studying. Something like this.
Thank you, Emma. I was thinking about word cloud, maybe the same as already brainstorming or already clustering, because it is the same idea while brainstorming one word, so students give as many words as possible connected to it. And the word cloud is already done and already got together some words connected to one that we wanted. And as you had done your word cloud about Thanksgiving, all the words are somehow connected to this holiday, and your students have to use them in different activities.
Yeah, it's a good
So
idea.
this is almost the same, a brainstorming word cloud.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
This is a very, very nice suggestion that you say about the brainstorming. Even if this is not connected with Thanksgiving, well, any new topic that we start in class starts with the topic itself or the quotation
Mm-hmm.
or the word that we suggest them to brainstorm. What is, let's say, again, drug abuse? Yeah? What is smoking? What do you think? So it is a very, very good idea that you say about the brainstorming. Maybe not all of the times we can use, all these appliances and online mm, tools, let's say. Sometimes classical approach remains classical approach, the chalk and the blackboard, and you have nothing to do without it. So just giving
Yeah.
this word Thanksgiving, this is already a good brainstorming for them.
Mm-hmm. But we probably to make these word clouds as big posters for classes and use them wherever we need. Brainstorming maybe used as when we give just the word on the blackboard and students give their words that they already know, and this is one way to renew the vocabulary, and word cloud is another way or another level because we give all the words and students have just to read them and to memorize or to just to remember them or renew their vocabulary or remember and so on. These are two ways, not so difficult but often used, maybe used by us at the beginning, as you said, of the lesson. Thank you, Emma. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next one is Ludmila's blog, and another good idea, or another word cloud for you to see. This is connected to verbs, or maybe it's a kind of the results of the interview, daily routines. Probably the students make up a short story or an essay. And activities that I think might be used more often word cloud is student typing. We talked about it, so it's easy for them when they have given words and they don't have to look for the words in their mind. Very simply, early childhood example. Talk about favorite colors. Each child then types their favorite color into the text part of Wordle, if possible, of course. And the Wordle created automatically shows the most favorite color. And other ideas, maybe birthday months or animals, harder spelling, and this is an activity for primary level. This one, character description, quite a good one. In the primary school, in reading groups, have students choose a character and add as many words as they can. Compare results. Why do we know more about some than the others? So a word cloud full of adjectives and using them to describe a character. Make a unique gift. Why not? Because we have Thanksgiving coming and Christmas and so on. Why not suggest our students to make a gift or a card for their relatives, for their dearest people. And this one I created for us, a simple introduction activity to help the group to get to know each other, get everyone to write their name. I did it by myself, and I wrote the names of all the participants and the facilitators. And if you can see here your name, so here is Oksana, Rodika, what else? Yema, Veronica, and so on. So all the people that are in this project that enjoy these online tools. Next one, these are the activities that we may have with our students to summarize a presentation, make a movie review, why not? Make a poster and keep it on our wall in the classroom, make a self-portrait. It is quite, it may be difficult for the students, but enjoying. Say thanks with Tuxedo, make a graduation card, decorate, and advertise a product. So as far as you see, it is we have just these activities to our students. Natalia's blog, if you remember the poem in the 11th form TV, and she wrote it in a word cloud. Maybe while saying it by heart, they can have this poster in front of them and it's easier, or I don't know, a good idea. Tatiana wrote to find 3 idioms with people in the idiom dictionary and to post the meaning as comments. Use the idioms in sentences about situation of your own. And here he comes with a Wordle in an interesting shape. So let's go on to Padlet. What is Padlet? Veronica.
I can't tell you anything about Padlet because the last thing I worked with was Wordle. I wanted to work with Tuxedo, but I had problems. I saw that Eduard had the same problems, and Natalia, it seems to me. And Wordle was the last thing I worked with because, as I told you, I had problems at the beginning of the week, and I could not open the page assignments, and I had no time to work with Padlet and the rest of the tasks.
Let's hope you will find time because it's quite an interesting way of teaching and enjoying. So this online.
I will work tomorrow, but I just had no time to work.
Good, no problem, no problem. You will do it.
I was desperate at the beginning of the week, and I wanted even to write you an email to send me the tasks because I wanted to work from just on Monday, but on Monday, and I could not open the page assignments. That was my problem.
Good. So next time, do it the way you think. Just let me send you the tasks, and you may do it in another way, not online. If there are
I can work now because I cannot open this page in Google Chrome, but I can open it in Internet Explorer. That's why I'm going to work. I hope.
Good. We have a lot of tools that we have to implement, but still, sometimes they play tricks on us. Eduard, good morning. Eduard, do you hear me?
I beg your pardon. I did not hear your question.
That you could join our session and say good morning. How was your week, Eduard?
I didn't
hear
your question, but I would like to answer it. Therefore, would I ask you to repeat it?
Maybe it's better to write for you.
have you asked me about Padlet?
Yes. Did
My
you use Padlet?
my internet is. Yes, I used it. I made a wall. I placed it on blog, and I sent you the link to it. First of all, I explained to you why I can't hear you well, because my internet is slow and I hear everything interrupted. Therefore, when I ask you to repeat the set what you wanted me to answer, understand me, please. Some words about Padlet. It is a very interesting tool, a very serious tool. Can be used in presentations, in business presentation, but as well as in teaching programs. It is the walls that it puts at our disposal can be everything from simple presentations up to you can place on the wall even the links to the sites, and they will open instantly. And that's very interesting. That means that those who want to make a serious presentation, they have all they need at their disposal here on Padlet.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Rodika?
Corina, I worked with Padlet just yesterday because again I had a lot of things to do this week. But I enjoyed working with Padlet, and as Eduardo already mentioned, this is a really good tool for a good presentation because you have a possibility to add pictures, different link and the video, but you should take into account that this link shouldn't be too long because as I understood that Padlet has some limitations, and you just okay, it is better to use more with pictures and with different quotation or discussion, and less with videos because can appear some problems while you would like to use at your presentation. But I have tried and I even made a short wallpaper for my 7th grade because I'll start to with them the new topic speaking about food and meals. And as you know, in this topic there are many, let's say, unknown words for them, and I think for them it will be better to understand if they'll watch the picture of the sieve and so on and so forth, all the tools that are used in our kitchens. And the same, I would try to use this tool for discussion, and the same can be used for post-reading activities when they'll give their ideas or will answer to some questions, and they just have a possibility. Yes, if you give to another person the possibility to write on your wallpaper and give them the password, I think it will be a very good tool. And I like the possibility that you have the possibility to run, okay, to control everything on this wallpaper, because children are different, and some of them they can express themselves even by writing stupid things, inappropriate things on your wallpaper. But in general, I think this is a really good tool, okay, for debate, for discussion, for you learning new vocabulary, even for grammar. For example, for reported speech, why not? Okay, or passive voice. Just put one sentence and give a possibility. Please, we'll speak, for example, about present simple in the direct speech, or just give, for example, possibility to create some question and then to switch this question from direct into indirect speech.
That's good. I think this tool would be perfect if we had smart board.
Corina, I just want to ask you. I have created and I posted it on my WordPress blog, but on the WordPress appear just the link, not the picture. Okay, they can access the link and then they can watch my wallpaper with the words. But when you open, you do not have a possibility just to see from the beginning the wallpaper.
I will check because on other blogs is the same problem. Yema was talking about static Padlet.
Yeah. I understand. Okay, this is really a problem. No, it's not a problem. When they access the link already, they can see the wallpaper and can work and watch the pictures. And most of all, I have worked with another tools from tutorials. I have found out different sites where you can download different pictures that are suitable, for example, for your Word presentation. Okay, that is really easy, it's accessible, and it is convenient, it's not time consuming. I have done it very quickly. But another problem appeared when I start to embed this on my blog. I thought that it will be posted and it will be seen from the beginning, but I just have a link. This is the problem. If the children, I think I will try the next week. They'll access the link and then they'll work. But this was, I can say, the thing that I found like a problem. I just worked yesterday. Maybe I'll try today once again.
We'll check it later and then we'll see. But again, the link is also a way of learning. They can follow the link and work on it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, thank you, Rodika. Oksana, what about you?
I had the same problem as Rodika have already said. Has already said it because, as I understand it, because of some restrictions of maybe not restrictions, settings of the WordPress, that there are things that you cannot see them from the first. It's with the blocky. You have only the link and then you access it and you find the thing that you are looking for. I did it yesterday. I've already wrote that it's not so. It doesn't look as the way I want it. But for the very beginning, I placed it on my homepage of my blog. I made a wall where I included some useful things I think are necessary while learning and teaching English. I've taken these pictures from the internet and placed them there. I think this tool is very useful, and as Rudika has already mentioned, it's easy and fast in designing, because you just have to drag the picture and you may change the theme, and it's fast and nice. I can say it looks very pretty. You just have to think what I'm going to do with this wall. So I'm going to do more things about it, and I have some ideas about creating some different walls for every verb tenses, as for example for present and
different tasks, probably, no?
Sorry? So, for all the grammar tenses, to make a different wall where I will include the exceptions, so on, and I will use them. I can use them wherever I need them at the lessons. So I'll have them when I need them. That's what I'm thinking about. but as all my colleagues have already mentioned, some more time, but we will do it for sure. That is how I like to do it.
Thank you. Can you have a look at Nicoleta's blog and explain what was her idea? Connected to Padlet. Yeah. Yama, do you see Nicoleta's blog or not? Or no? Here it is.
Refresh
Yeah,
your
ma'am.
knowledge. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Refresh your knowledge and listen to music and have fun with this Padlet, да?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Oh, I recall that I have investigated Nicoleta's page. As far as I remember, because it was during the week, not these 2 last days. It
Mm-hmm.
was so big amount of information that I can hardly. I'm a little bit confused where and what happened. Um, they were singing, and I mean the heroes uh, on this page, they were singing, and the students had to identify from the task. Da? They had
Mm-hmm.
to identify the words present simple, progressive, and perfect forms of the verbs. Da? But to be frank, I was a little bit confused from the start. I couldn't find the difference from the very beginning between Padlet and Pinterest. Then I investigated a little bit more deeper, and I realized that Pinterest looks like, if I'm not mistaken, it's just sharing the photos, да? Not so
Mm-hmm.
many activities you can do on Pinterest. While with
Mm-hmm.
Padlet, so you can hear, it's more interactive. Am I correctly
Yes.
understanding this
Yes.
way?
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
You can
yes,
create.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
as we usually used to do in our previous life, teaching life. You put the poster, and everybody comes and stick the, let's say, different colors of pieces of paper with what they
Mm-hmm.
understood, like this. Now they can do the same thing interactively online, like on Nicoleta's blog. They hear, they watch, they understand, and they answer here immediately. Um,
That's right.
far as I understand, because as Eduard said and as Rodica mentioned, Padlet is indeed, I would say it a little, not complicated, but a little bit more sophisticated. Because if you can use these activities on presentations, on the conferences, so it's a bit more complex. So you can interfere there much more things than just sharing the pictures. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, but Nicoleta's blog is not the conference, but the same. She incorporated different activities, like all the audio visuals for comprehending, as you said, for comprehending, quicker comprehending of the information and completing the tasks. Um, what I like most of all about Padlet, I didn't do it as a home task, but while investigating, what I loved most of all is that, in spite of its sophistication, it can be used and applied in all the other classes. Like, for example, making a greeting cards, thank you wall, where they can,
Mm-hmm.
together with the teacher, on various occasions, be it extracurricular activity or within the topic form. Or let's say, very interesting thing was on this side example of slides of different countries. Let's say they can apply it for some of their topics for the examinations. I'm talking about Moldova, talking about the United States or England, that they can
Mm-hmm.
even some historical topics were covered about Troy, about Antichrome, or for example, very interesting thing that can be used in classroom is that book review that also can be done together in class with the teacher, with the help of the teacher, or question board. They can ask anonymous questions, and the teacher is to answer these questions. Also, very interesting thing. Maybe applied to the topic of the from the textbook, but it might be connected with any other thing. Who knows what students want to ask teacher, and they might feel ashamed in
Mm-hmm.
like in class, but they can do it anonymously. I mean that using it like applying it like for topics, discovering new things, or applying for grammar rules, but might be also like interdisciplinary approach as well. So this is how I understood the aim.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you.
So let's go on. And here is the idea that you have already mentioned. Happy birthday, Natasha. So celebrating the first anniversary for your 29th birthday. And here are a lot of pictures, videos, and congratulations written by Natasha's friends, probably. I don't know. The next one you explored this week was Pinterest. And I am sure you like it and you will use it as often as you need it because it is a huge machine full of quotations, activities, pictures, and many interesting ideas, even life skills, rules, and a lot of domains compiled in this site. And I have found a Pinterest, and I pinned it about blogging in the classroom and the steps of using blogs in our classroom. And maybe the next step in your teaching will be, or you maybe already had done it, you may suggest your students to have their own blogs and to put their blogs. Nicoletta's wall on Pinterest, and she decided to make up a wall full of pictures of her students' activities and of her teaching activities, of course. And if you want, you may join her wall. And here are the options that you may have exploring this very site. So you can pin the picture, you can like it, you can go to the website where this picture comes from, you can change the pin, and this is good for teachers. You can send it through email to your colleagues or to your students, and of course you can share on Facebook. Maybe you have a Facebook page of one of your forms, 9th or 10th forms, or your students enjoy more Facebook than Одноклассники, and then you can share any pin on Facebook. And I like this idea, and I did it this week, and it's easier for me to remember and then to come back to it whenever I want. Or to make other teachers or colleagues of mine to find Pinterest as an online tool and to explore it. Let's ThinkLink. What about ThinkLink? Who'd like? Rodika, did you explore ThinkLink?
Okay, I just, as I mentioned, I just worked yesterday, and I have explored Pinterest, and as Emma mentioned, it's a really great tool when you have quotation. For example, I'm working with the 9th grade now about the presidents of America, and I have created the Pinterest, okay, and it was easy because you have already different walls that are created on this topic, and you just have to serve them and to take just the one that you like most of all, and especially quotation information about their life. The same as we are women, we like to find a lot of information about food, the influence of color. It is really very interesting. And the first thing that I would like to mention that it is accessible even for students to use. And you can just find, for example, a quotation and, as you mentioned, to post it on your Facebook and to ask them to comment this quotation. Speaking about ThinkLink, I just stop at ThinkLink, and as I understood, this is just a tool when you would like to put a question and you ask other people to suggest and to share what do you think about this question. Okay, and that's why it is called Think to this link, and you just have to use. You can put on your website, and after that they can write what do they think about some problems. What solution can they see? Sorry, can they see on this problem?
I had a nice experience this week. I also suggested the Pinterest to my students, and one of my students said, you know, I have already a login on this site, and I know it's useful and it's not a problem for me. And it was one advantage more for my students to use it, because they found out that it's not already new, and then is the student that use it and recommend it for them. And I told them to use whenever they need it while writing essays or creating something.
Okay, I just want to add, Corina, as you mentioned about your students, I had the same problem, for example, with one of my class in the ninth grade, the same point. At the beginning, for example, they told me that they do not think that it's important to use a site. Okay, they already get used with grammar translation methods and so on and so forth, with old methods of teaching English. After that, they did their home task. When I asked them what okay they think after that, okay, what are their opinion, they just told me that we need more time to do it. Okay, for example, if we don't understand something in the class, you will try and explain once and once again, and we are lazy. We just stay and ask you, and you'll have a possibility to explain. But now we have to work much more. Okay, we have to listen, for example, the video more than once in order to answer to the question that you have asked us to do. And I analyzed after that. I think it is a really good thing if you have tried already to listen more than once. Okay, this is really good, and step by step, I think they'll try even to create their blogs if they'll get interested in it.
Okay, it's one more step for your students to improve their English. Maybe they will give up on their laziness, and they will start working on your tasks. Okay, thank you, Rodika. What the next one is Natalia's ThinkLink, and I enjoyed watching it. So she thought about nature, and marked. She has 4 points on her ThinkLink, and one of it is connected to animals, then with the forests, waters, and something else. Animals. And while clicking on these links, students may watch small videos about all this stuff, and it's not time consuming, I think, and it saves time during the lesson. Watching 4 small videos, you need time, of course, during the lesson, but still it helps students to understand an oral message, then to produce a written one and to produce an oral one. Why not? Glockster. What about Glockster? I think, well, I don't know what about you, but I enjoyed Glockster more than the other link, than Padlet, for example. What about you, Yema? Did you enjoy Glockster?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. I agree because Glockster actually, as all the other links, takes you deeper and deeper and deeper, and when it swallows you, you have already forgotten why are you here.
Mm-hmm.
Because first of all, you have to think about the informational issue, then task assignments, but it goes deeper and deeper, like in the movie Inception, if you watch the movie. So the deeper they go, the more complicated situation becomes, so you never know how to go back to it. And it's very interesting indeed. I even make notes on this because it was very challenging. What I discovered from the start is that we can we can use it for all the levels. Actually, with the proper qualities, you can apply different slides for different students for different levels. But with it, I think I worked most of all because it was really interesting. Yes, it was really interesting. But the level is not very easy, I would say, because sometimes you can use what the website suggests you, and this is what I did. But when I tried to do it myself, it didn't work. Maybe because of the technical problem, so I couldn't do it myself. I couldn't create anything, although I watched the tutorials, and I don't know what happened. Так, what else I wanted to say? Yes, and if comparing, indeed, it looks like posters. What we did in our previous times, it's like even like Padlet, bits of elements of Padlet, bits of elements of Pinterest. So here is like a quintessence of all these, I would say. Um, but you can use here more videos and more graphics. And what I liked most of all is that when you apply it to a given topic, so you can use with students all the 4 skills, so they can watch a bit of uh, let's say if it's a movie, a short movie, or a new news, then you can make them read from this poster. Can we put it this way? Poster,
Mm-hmm.
audio visual poster, let's say.
Yeah.
They can watch, they can write, they can read, so they speak that, so they can we can apply all the 4 necessary
Skills.
skills, yes. So
Mm-hmm.
what might be better than using them all harmoniously in one activity?
Yeah.
Moreover, we use this audiovisual approach that is very, let's say, prominent for our days. And somewhere in the task I mentioned about accessibility for children with special needs. And I think the colleagues, we know that now in different schools we have centri di risorse for such children, for all the children, not for children with special needs, but for all the children.
Mm-hmm.
Such audiovisual approach makes even the work of the teacher easier, because those who are eye impaired or hearing impairments, they can see better because the size, you can make the size, you can use the colors, we come back to colors again, they can hear, so you can not only use your teacher's voice,
Mm-hmm.
but use all the other appliances and techniques that the life offers you. So I
Mm-hmm.
think the Blockster is a very useful. I'm looking for where I was making so many. So I liked again about the, if I'm not mistaken, in Glockpedia. Was it somewhere here in this
Mm-hmm.
website? Yeah, lots of activities for small kids, for primary schools, and they are very accessible with music, with colors, with bits of animated cartoons. Um, Very interesting thing.
Thank you,
What I
Yama.
discovered.
Thank you. You are perfectly right. So many ideas, so many details. When you write a lot. When you speak again. A lot of new and
Sorry,
interesting
I'm
things.
sorry.
Thank you, Yama. And due to this, I was thinking about articles. Maybe you know that the American councils have a journal, especially for English teachers. And I was thinking about the idea of suggesting to Daniela to let you, as a participant in this program, to write your own articles on these online tools that you used, and maybe some of your suggestions, because as far as I see, you are so much involved in teaching English, and you like what you do so much, and you have ideas that you have to share with all the other teachers. Thank you, Yema, once again. Eduard, did you manage to use Glogster?
Regretfully, I didn't access this not yet. During the week, I have little free time, but today I will do it. And I'll do my best to access it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you about my opinion about it.
Good, good. I'm sure you will like it. As far as you see on the screen, there are activities suggested for using Glogster. Icebreakers or getting to know you, classroom newsletter. Oksana, how would you use classroom newsletter?
Oh,
Oksana?
yes, I do hear you. You hear me?
Yes. Did you have time to explore Glogster?
No, no, sorry. I just opened it, but I didn't have time to explore it, to find it, find more about it.
So you just scan the site and so on. Good. So you have time this week, this coming and weekend. You will do it. So the Glogster suggests you many other activities like icebreakers or getting to know you, classroom newsletter, classroom frequently assessed sites. You may put the sites on a wall, on a blog, and this is a quick way for your students to find all they need on a topic, for example, on a grammar topic, on vocabulary, and so on. Then you may create a blog on cooperative learning tool and timelines, biographies. Why not? You may suggest your students to make up their biographies using blog. Then scavenger hunts and library monthly recommended reads or books trailers. Again, done by you or done by or together with your students. Good. And now, at the end, because it's already time, I have chosen one of the pins in Pinterest, and I hope you will like it a lot. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. And while choosing this pin, of course, I was thinking about you. I was thinking of the teachers that are lucky to do his job with pleasure and not of his or her duty. And I hope you will have great success even during this week exploring other online tools. You will already explore video tools and how to use video in your classes. And all you do probably make you happy. Wish you success and a great weekend and a new workable week coming. So I would like to say goodbye to you and to thank a lot for your activity, for all that you did, and for all that you discussed today with me. So
Thank you.
goodbye.
Thank you, Corina.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Veronica. Thank you. Yema, goodbye.
All the best to you.
Thank you, Eduard. Goodbye.
Thank you. Have a good week and a nice weekend.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Goodbye, Emma. Thank you. Wish you good luck.
Thank you. The same to you.
Thanks.